Dr. Jagdish Hiremath, CEO of AC Suhas Hospital, is joining us live on this broadcast. Dr. Hiremath, thank you for joining us here on India Today. The situation right now, Doctor, in Bengaluru is worrying because we've been seeing in the last few days, or I'd say weeks, that cases have been on the rise. But there are also several experts in the city who are saying that there are not enough doctors, there are not enough nurses. I first want to understand from you how bad the situation is in the city.
The situation in the city is quite bad. We hear a lot of cases going around the city without getting hospital rooms, and also isolation wards are not available. That's the actual story which we are listening. But if you come on to my side, to the administration side, and see, we are finding it very difficult to retain our staff. We are finding it very difficult to even get the housekeeping staff to stay back with us. The moment we say that we have started taking corona patients, many patients want to just, many staff, nursing staff especially, want to just leave. Although we try to we have started giving them hazard pay allowance. We have started giving them additional insurance for them and their family members. The salaries are best in the sector, but still the staff want to leave because there's so much of panic around. The parents of their staff or the families, the husbands or their children come and just speak to us and take them back. It's been a real difficult show. We are running a 50-bed hospital which can be scaled up to 100 in no time, and we can actually increase the number of intake of these COVID patients. But unfortunately, despite having all the infrastructure, we are tied because of the lack of manpower. Nobody wants to come and join currently.
So
since March 25th, when the lockdown was announced, from then we have lost easily about 32 staff. The total strength of the hospital was about 60, and we are doing with 28 staff currently, and most of the staff are working on 12-hour shifts. Despite we giving them all the protective kits and giving them all the assurance, everybody is scared. There is panic all around, but I think we will be able to get through this situation once they understand that staff are not getting positive, they are protected.
Okay.
With all the protective systems in place. I have a feeling they will come back.
No, and that's what I wanted to ask you, Dr. Hiremath. You're saying that all reassurances have been given to these healthcare professionals. You're saying that, any request with regards to insurance and the likes, all of that is tended to. How then do you address the problem immediately? Because cases are going up in Bengaluru. There's obviously a need to ramp up healthcare as well. So do you see the government having to step in? Do you see a greater role of the hospital administration? How do we deal with this issue?
Obviously there has to be a greater role of hospital administration in trying to give them a sense of security that you're not going to become positive, and if it so happens that in such a case we are here to take care. That assurance has to be given to all the staff. Of course, in my hospital we don't have a problem with doctors. We have full-time doctors, and the doctors are available all the time, and they are able to take care of the patients. But we are having severe crunch with nursing staff and with housekeeping staff, and even the reception staff. The people in the reception, the people in the accounts, they don't want to come to the hospital because we just started taking COVID patients. This has been a serious problem for us. We are trying to reassure them. We are trying to give them all the facilities possible. But still there is a kind of fear. I think this fear will go in probably 1 or 2 weeks time, and these people will come back. But right now somebody has to step up and give more assurances. Maybe the government stepping in and informing that they will give an additional insurance for these people who work with COVID patients. I think that might help. One issue is governance. The other issue is giving these people more facilities, especially the COVID warriors who are in the front line,
Yes.
Giving them more facilities so that they don't feel let down.
But you tend to question, Dr. Hiremoth, you tend to question what is the reason for this. And I'll tell you why. Because it's not a question of a lack of awareness, especially when you talk about doctors and nurses deciding not to, in fact, help at this time of need. It's not a question of lack of awareness. And if the administration is saying that we'll provide insurance and everything else, what really continues to deter them?
See, the number of doctors who have died from the time this coronavirus broke out because of corona, and also the number of staff who got infected and the number of people who died because of it is unusually very high. This group is almost like a focused, targeted group for death. It's almost like soldiers going to war. So in this scenario, I expect some help. I'm not expecting them to give us, government to give us any money or anything. We want some assurance that the insurance part is taken care of,
okay,
or something like that. Maybe give out more assurances that possibly like the number of people per million is very less. The death rate in India is comparatively less.
okay.
If these things start coming out, I think the nursing staff will start coming back. Of course, the doctors, I don't see a problem. Once they might be holding themselves back, some of them currently, but I see most doctors coming to work. I am not seeing anybody trying to escape work as of now, except for some of the very senior doctors who come under the highly prone group. Except them, I see most of the youngsters in action. I see some of them even spending 18 hours a day in our hospital. We have one Dr. Shweta Singh who is like almost 24 hours a day she was in the hospital. My own wife, Dr. Rekha, she is sitting on the administrative committee and managing the whole affairs to ensure that these patients get the best care possible. So, doctors are coming. We have another doctor who is a gynecologist just to ensure that infection, cross infection does not happen. She is sitting on that committee and trying to ensure that cross infection to the staff does not happen. We are giving the maximum amount of care possible to staff, but sometimes yes, the fear takes.
And it's understandable also. It's understandable that there is a fear. Yes. What we perhaps should address is how to ensure that we address that fear, reinstill the confidence in our healthcare professionals so they have the confidence to come out and do their duty. Dr. Hiremoth, thank you so much for joining us here on India Today and telling us really what the situation is on the ground in Bengaluru and what perhaps can be done to address this issue in the city.